Baxi Village. Year 13 of the Yongping era, Hua Dynasty.
My name is Xiaoxiao. The original owner of this body was also named Xiaoxiao. We're dirt poor, without a single penny to our name. Our parents are both dead. I have an older brother, an older sister, and a younger brother. And we only have 3 mu of infertile land. Yesterday, the original owner broke her leg falling on the mountain. As for me, I transmigrated here. All because of a graduation defense.
And a failed graduation defense. At that. Saicha, you're awake. From now on, you're not allowed to starve yourself to save rations for your little brother. Do you hear me? Sis, I saved this for you. Please eat. I'm fine. It's just that your big brother is useless. Just focus on healing that leg. I'll find a way to get us food.
Xiao, why are you talking so weirdly?
I might just be lightheaded from hunger. I haven't fully recovered yet. Oh, look at you. Still stuffing your faces. Looks like you guys really were starving.
All right.
It's good that you're awake. Timmy, tomorrow, make sure you come over and help your aunt with the chores. You can't just expect a free ride.
Auntie, you're here at the perfect time.
I actually have something to ask you. Why are you smiling like that today? It's creeping me out. When you plan on returning that half bag of coarse grain you borrowed yesterday? What do you mean, returning it? We're family. How can you call that borrowing? Do you kids have any idea how much your uncle suffered when we split the family estate back then? That tiny bit of grain doesn't even begin to cover what your father owed your uncle.
Oh, so it's a debt?
Then tell me, how much exactly did my father owe my uncle back then?
Why don't you calculate the bill for us? Auntie, if you can't get the numbers straight, why don't you just head back first? Once you've figured it out, you can bring back what you took.
We're in no rush.
Why, you miserable brat?
Think your wings are strong enough to fly now, do you?
Just you wait.
下轿，好，这就带着去最大。
With Auntie's big mouth.
She's definitely going to spread rumors and drag our names through the mud in the village. Our family is already this dirt poor. Why should we care about their gossip?
Saishao, you seem different today.
Before, we let First Aunt have her way, because we thought, after all, we're family. We didn't want to make things too ugly between us. But Big Brother, we're literally starving to death. Did she ever once care that we're family? It's all because I'm so useless.
Brother, listen to me.
Mom and Dad are gone. The 4 of us only have each other to survive. You don't have to carry this all on your own. From now on, the 4 of us will figure things out together. Second sister. I'm not hungry. Really. Pursplein is actually pretty good. It's edible, but the villagers have probably stripped the area bare by now. Dandelions are okay too. They're just really bitter.
Prula, wild perlilla.
The villagers only treat it as weeds to feed the pigs. Even the pigs don't like eating it. But this stuff can actually be used in cooking. It can be made into perilla tea. And once it seeds, we can press it for oil. If we take this to town, we can definitely sell it for money. Wild chili peppers. Perilla paired with wild chilies. This is a match made in heaven. Perilla tea paired with wild chili dishes. We'll definitely get a great price for this. Perilla goes for at least 10 copper coins a caddy at the town apothecary. We can sell the chilies fresh, or dry them and grind them into powder. Either way, they're worth money. If we harvest this whole patch, we can get at least dozens of copper coins. That's enough to feed our family for several days. This is incredibly lucky. Termite mushrooms, the absolute holy grail of wild mushrooms. They taste absolutely delicious. If we bring these to the restaurants in town, they'll sell like hotcakes. Well, if it isn't the Su family's 3rd sister. Going up the mountain so early in the morning. Did you find anything good? Just dug up some wild herbs. Digging up wild herbs again? How is your older brother's leg doing? Any better? Times must be really tough for your family. He's almost healed. Thank you for asking, Auntie Liu. Sister, you're back. Little Stone, quick, go bolt the door. This. Where on earth did you get all this? Keep them. From that wild mountain. What are these red ones? Smells a bit pungent, but it's the good stuff. Sis, do we have any salt left? Just a small spoonful, Xiaoxiao. What exactly are you trying to make?
The best meal the four of us have ever had in our lives.
Is it ready yet, sis? We're waiting. Dig in. Give your sister's cooking a try.
Sis, how is this so delicious?
How did you even make this?
There's barely any oil in here, so how does it taste so rich and savory? Because termite mushrooms are naturally packed with umami. I just added some perilla leaves to bring out the flavor. Eat up, big brother. You need to let your leg injury heal. Once you're better, our family will have its pillar back.
What are you up to now?
Planting vegetables. Just planting some veggies. In this freezing weather?
Sis, where are you going now?
To town, to sell some things and make some money. Half a basket of the finest perilla leaves,
A handful of plumped wild peppers.
and some carefully wrapped termite mushrooms. I'm keeping the best ones to sell. The second-grade ones already went into our stomachs last night. Today's market day in Xinyu town. I have to get a good price for these. That feeling, it's happening again. Ever since I woke up, whenever I touch certain plants, a strange sensation runs through my fingertips. Sometimes warm, sometimes cool. It passes so quickly, it almost feels like an illusion.
This is burnet, a medicinal herb used to stop bleeding.
Does the warmth mean it's a valuable herb? Whatever. I'll dig it up first.
I can't sell the termite mushrooms here.
I'll get a much better price if I take them to Juxian restaurant. I'll sell the perilla and wild peppers first.
Hey, little girl! Who on earth are you going to sell those green leaves to?
Even pigs wouldn't eat that garbage.
Ma'am, this is a medicinal herb.
You steep it in water and drink it for your health.
How old are you even? Like you know anything about medicine.
You're trying to scam people, aren't you? Think.
Wild perilla.
To think there are still such tender leaves in this season?
Where on earth did you pick these?
The aroma is even richer than what we usually buy at the pharmacy. Pick them deep in the mountains. Just in one tiny patch. You must be Shopkeeper Joe. If you like what you see, name your price.
Well, a little girl like you actually knows me. Shopkeeper Joe of Tong'an Pharmacy.
Who in these parts doesn't know you?
Besides, if you don't appreciate them, there's no one else in this town who truly knows their value.
The perilla leaves do look excellent, and these wild peppers aren't bad either. For the perilla leaves, I'll give you 15 coppers a pound. 12 coppers for the wild peppers. I'll take as much as you've got. Shopkeeper, you.
Wild perilla in this season, and with such tender leaves.
You won't find them anywhere else, no matter how hard you look. 15 coppers a pound is the price for dried herbs. Mine fresh, so you have to account for the weight and moisture loss. 20 coppers. Girl, that's way too expensive. 18 coppers. 18 coppers for the perilla and 15 coppers for the wild peppers. Any less, and I'm not selling.
All right.
18 coppers and 15 coppers. It's a deal. Whose family do you belong to, little girl? How come I've never seen you before? Just a moment, shopkeeper. Let me weigh them for you first. This girl is definitely not simple. When other villagers come to sell herbs, they always bow and scrape, drinking me for a decent price. But she drives a hard bargain on the spot and refuses to budge an inch. She's a natural-born merchant. 3 pounds and 4 ounces of perilla leaves. That comes to 61 coppers. 1 pound and 2 ounces of wild peppers. That is 18 coppers. In total, that is 79 coppers. Girl, if you find any more good stuff in the future, bring it straight to me at Tongna Pharmacy. I'll make sure you get a fair deal. Thank you, Shopkeeper Joe. Actually, there is one thing I would like to ask you, shopkeeper. Go ahead. Do you happen to know which restaurant in town is willing to buy premium ingredients? Wait, you have more good stuff?
Termite mushrooms.
Finding this kind of quality at this time of year is truly rare. You should go to Xiaoxiao restaurant. In this town, they're the only ones who can afford a fair price for those. Walk another half kilometer ahead and you'll find the manager, surnamed Li. People call him Liu the Cleaver. He used to be a chef. He has a real short fuse. But as long as the ingredients are top-notch, he's willing to pay any price.
Thank you, Shopkeeper Show.
Shopkeeper, 10 baked meat buns, please. Shopkeeper Liu. I heard Joxian Pavilion buys high-quality ingredients. Who brought in these mushrooms? We do, but we don't just buy from any random nobody. Let's see if these mushrooms are even worth taking. Little girl, trying to fool me with Jikong mushrooms in this season? Where did you find mushrooms of such good quality at this time of year? You didn't steal them from someone's farm, did you?
They're wild grown, picked from the mountains. Nobody can farm these.
If I actually had the skill to cultivate Jikon mushrooms, I wouldn't need to come looking for you, shopkeeper Liu.
Girl, I'll take these mushrooms.
But Xiaoxiao Pavilion doesn't buy goods of questionable origin. Name a price. If it's fair, I'll buy them all. If not, you can take them back.
Shopkeeper Liu, I'm not selling this batch of mushrooms by weight.
There are 12 of them in total. You can judge the quality for yourself. All I want is 100 copper coins.
I'll give you a chance to try cooking in Xiaoxiao Pavilion's kitchen.
What are you going to make? Just give me a few minutes, shopkeeper.
If you don't like it,
you can have these mushrooms for free. I'll take the mushrooms. Here are your 100 coins. This is your deposit.
follow me into the kitchen.
Shopkeeper, why are you bringing an outsider into the kitchen? What if she delays the orders? That stove over there is free. You can use whatever ingredients you want. Shopkeeper Du, please try it. Prill and wild pepper. Did you pair them together yourself?
Yes.
How did you come up with this combination?
I've had a similar dish before.
So I modified it myself.
Modified? Girl, let me ask you, how many more of these mushrooms do you have?
This is all I have today.
But if you're willing to buy from me long-term, shopkeeper Liu,
They can bring them every market day. I'll take as many as you have. The price will be determined by the quality of the batch. Good quality gets a good price.
Also, this dish will belong to Joseon Pavilion from now on.
For every portion sold, I will give you a cut of 3 coppers. How about that?
But there is one condition.
From now on, you can only supply this dish to Xiaoxiao Pavilion. We can't sell it anywhere else. Agreed. It's a deal. I've been busy all day. Since last night, I've only had 1 vegetable pancake and half a bowl of rice soup.
I'm starving to death.
Not just the pancake. 2 coppers. $10 meat buns and this money will be enough to keep my family happy for days.
You guys have no idea. That third girl from the Su family thinks her wings are fully grown now. Yesterday, she actually dared to talk back to me. She even demanded that I return her things.
She is completely out of line. Her parents died early, so she never had anyone to raise her right. Having a nice chat, Aunt? Oil paper. Only the bun shops in town use that kind of wrapping. Where did she get the money to buy buns? Sister, you're back.
We're having meat buns tonight.
And all of this, too. From now on, our family won't starve anymore. Sis, why did you spend so much money? Shouldn't we be saving our money?
You girl, why don't you know how to budget?
Xiaoxiao, 谈多易.
Coming, from today on, everything is going to get better.
I will make sure my family lives the best life possible.
The drainage is terrible. There is too little organic matter.
The soil isn't fertile enough either. We have to start all over again.
夏夏，我日有 mumbling 了吧？
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Sis, I want to discuss something with you.
From today on, I am going to start preparing the fields. Sure, once your older brother's leg heals, we'll have him help you. I'm not waiting for him. I'll do it myself. You? You've barely stepped into a field since you were a child. How are you going to till the fields? Just watch me. Sis, you go back first. I'm going to pay a visit to the old carpenter.
Grandpa-san, I would like to ask you to make something for me.
What kind of plow is this? What? This old man has been making plows his entire life, and I have never seen one like this. Why is your plow shaft so short? Why is the handle curved? And why is the shaft so short? It turns easily, and the curved handle takes less effort to grip. I raised the height of the plow bed by 3 inches. I also added an adjustable clamp here, so you can adjust the angle depending on the height of the person plowing. Nonsense. The height of a plow beam is always fixed. Why are you messing with it? Because people aren't all the same height. My oldest brother is a head taller than me. If he has to use the exact same plow as I do, one of us is bound to be hunched over. And bending over for too long causes back pain. Making this curved handle is much more troublesome. It'll take me half a day of extra labor. That'll be 80 copper coins for the labor. And you provide your own materials. Here is the deposit. I'll pay the rest upon delivery. Speaking of materials, do you have any scrap wood around here? Leftover scraps are fine too. I'm not picky. You think you can build a good plow out of scrap wood? If it falls apart later, don't go blaming my craftsmanship. The size I need is quite small. Piecing some scraps together will do just fine. Is this enough? That's plenty, Grandpa-son. Can you have it ready by tomorrow? If you can rush it, I'll add another 20 copper coins. I'm in a hurry to plow the land. Fine. Come pick it up tomorrow evening. Old man's son will make an exception just this once. This plot on the east side is slightly better than the one on the south. It has a bit more organic matter. The soil on the southern end feels... The microburst is still active and working normally, but the northern end, closest to the ditch, has a cold, stagnant dampness. The water accumulated from the last rain must have rotted the root system. If we don't fix the drainage, planting anything here will be completely pointless. Third girl of the Sioux family. Uncle He, what are you doing here? Your oldest brother's leg injury hasn't fully healed yet. Are you preparing the fields all by yourself? Yeah, might as well keep busy. What can a young girl like you do in the fields anyway? Once the village finishes the autumn harvest in a few days, I'll have a few people come over to help your family. I heard that every year before the winter plowing, the irrigation ditches need to be cleared out. Then let's settle the accounts for my family's plot first. If we don't clear the ditch soon, the waterlogged fields won't drain. By next year, this whole area will go completely barren. I won't make things difficult for you, Uncle He. I'll dig it out myself. Just help me secure that barren slope at the edge of the field, and we're good. What do you want that useless wasteland for? Just to try and plant a few things, if that's all right. Well, you can use that plot however you like. It's just sitting there. Idle anyway. The weeds are overgrown, but the soil underneath is actually decent. As long as we drain it properly and add enough fertilizer, we'll definitely get a great harvest next year. Sis, come over here. Look at these wild vegetable seeds. I found them up on the mountain when I was weeding a couple of days ago. They're called wild shepherd's purse. They grow incredibly fast. Once you harvest them, they just keep growing back. Let's plant a small patch at the edge of the field first. We'll get our very first harvest before the year is out. Xiaoxiao, when you went into the mountains with Dad all those years, did you secretly find a mentor? Where on earth did you learn all these skills? I guess when you're starved to the brink of death, you learn to get smart fast. If only you had been this smart back then Aunt wouldn't have bullied you every single day. The past is in the past. It won't happen again. Not anymore. Geek sis, second sis, time to come home for dinner. Tomorrow I'm heading to town to sell another batch of wild mushrooms. Big brother's leg medicine is almost gone, so I'll bring back some coarse flour too. Make sure to be careful on the road. Sis, can I come with you? I've never been to the town market before. Maybe. When you're a little taller, for now, you need to stay home and look after big brother. Everything is slowly getting better. Tomorrow will be even better. Sis, the sprouts are coming up. Don't pluck them. We need to let them grow. Every one you pick now is a bite we won't get to eat later. Then when can we actually eat them? Just give it another 10 days to 2 weeks and we can harvest the first batch. Then I'll make you some wild shepherd's purse dumplings. What's the filling for shepherd's purse dumplings? Shepherd's purse and egg. Do we have any eggs at home? We'll have some soon. Once we sell this batch of vegetables, I'll buy some baby chicks to raise. Little Stone, go grab that bamboo basket for me. The roots of these shepherd's curse seedlings are thin, but they're incredibly strong. Just to the east, there's a layer of humus, natural fertilizer made from guetade weeds. Everything is great. It's just that the area is way too small. Short-rooted false daisy. It's a top-grade ingredient for making wound salves and anti-inflammatory ointments. Its medicinal potency is several times stronger than ordinary false daisy. The medicine shops will pay at least 10 coins a pound for this. Let me look carefully. In my past life, my roommates thought I was crazy for talking to plants in the lab. Who would have thought it had actually come true in this life? Stop right there. I need to sell those for money. If we starve and get sick, we won't have any money for medicine. I haven't eaten in 5 days. What's wrong with him? My brother slipped and fell while cutting firewood on the mountain the day before yesterday. He got a huge gash on his leg. We need water, some clean cloth, and herbs to stop the bleeding and fight infection. I can't carry them on my back. And we don't have the money to call a doctor. What's your brother's name?
山羊记 ，Elang 晒眼睛
Shenyangji. That doesn't sound like a name a mountain family would choose. An inkstone is for scholars. Our brother has a really high fever. The little bit of herbs I have can only barely keep the inflammation down. Once he's able to walk, go to Tongan Hall in town and look for Manager Xiao. Just tell him the third daughter of the Su family from Bakesi village sent you. He will help you. Thank you. Most of the roots have been chewed up and the false daisy isn't even dried yet. It won't fetch a good price. My earnings for today are looking pretty grim. This shepherd's purse is so tender and sweet.
You're the very first person to harvest such tender shepherd's purse at this time of year.
Manager New, how about another 20 pounds of shepherd's purse at 10 coins a pound?
But I'm not selling this shepherd's purse to Xiaoxiao restaurant.
I'm giving it to Xiaoxiao restaurant for free. Free? Yes, free. It's so you can try them out, Manager Liu, and see if shepherd's purse dumplings can make it onto Xiaoxiao restaurant's menu. Ground perilla powder can be used as a seasoning, or you can boil it and add honey to make a sweet perilla drink. This is the recipe we're selling to Joseon Pavilion. The perilla drink with honey is incredibly refreshing and cuts right through the grease. It's perfect for opening up your appetite before a meal. Pairing shepherd's purse dumplings with this perilla drink is the perfect new addition for the autumn-winter transition. You haven't even harvested this shepherd's purse yet. How much can we actually get once it's harvested? I can harvest 20 pounds from the very first batch. Don't worry, shepherd's purse grows back batch after batch as soon as you cut it. As long as you don't pull out the roots, we can keep harvesting until the winter freeze. If shopkeeper Lou's sales go well, I'll plant half an acre more next spring. All right, Siwen, it's a deal. I'll buy every single pound of shepherd's purse you can cut. As for the recipe for the perilla drink, I'll give you this much. 30 tiles of silver. Deal. The quality is excellent, and even the roots are completely intact. This is high-quality medicine. If you get more in the future, bring it straight to me. I'll buy as much as you can bring. I wonder how they're doing right now. But it doesn't matter. Now that I have these 30 taels, I can finally make some real plans for our family's land. Next year is going to be so much better. Cut close to the ground, but leave half an inch of root in the soil. That way, new leaves will grow back in just a few days. Just like giving someone a haircut, right? Exactly, just like a haircut. Just make sure you don't cut your own fingers off. Not bad, little she. I'll deliver these 10 pounds to Joseon Pavilion, and we'll keep these 5 pounds for ourselves. Sis, take little she home first. I need to head into town. Not bad. It's just as tender as the last batch. 10 pounds. That's 100 copper coins. By the way, run me through the exact ratio of ingredients for the perilla drink one more time. The first batch the kitchen brewed tasted all right, but it was just missing that extra kick. Sure, I'll write it down for you. Come back in a couple of days, and I'll have your 30 taels of silver ready for the perilla recipe. Boss, I need 10 chicks. Give me the ones with the brightest feathers and the liveliest chirps. You certainly have a great eye, miss. These are all top-quality chicks. Please grab me 2 new hose as well. A roll of coarse hemp rope, a bolt of coarse cotton cloth, a bag of coarse salt, and a jar of rapeseed oil. My, you're buying quite a lot today, miss.
Well, who could resist when your goods are so well made, shopkeeper?
Honestly, I haven't even finished picking out everything I want. Last time, when I rescued the Share brothers, I noticed the vegetation in this part of the forest was incredibly dense. There's bound to be plenty of rich humus soil here. Just right with a seedling bed. I should dig some up and take it back with me, since I'm passing by today. Perfect. High-quality humus soil. My name is Shen Yangji. You showed us such great kindness, yet I haven't even had the chance to thank you properly. I never expected we would run into each other here. How is your leg injury? Is it any better? Much better. Thank you for your concern, miss. The wound has already stabbed over, and there's no infection. It's just that I still feel a bit weak when walking these past few days. My younger brother Shai King and I are currently staying in an abandoned mountain temple up ahead. Seeing that the weather has warmed up today, I wanted to come out and get some light exercise. I happened to hear some noise in this part of the woods, so I followed the sound to check it out. There's something special about this black soil you're digging up, miss. This is humus soil. It's formed from piles of thoroughly decayed leaves in the mountains. It's rich in nutrients and drains well. I'll take it back, mix in some wood ash and fine sand, and it will be perfect for raising vegetable seedlings. To be honest with you, miss, my brother and I also tried clearing a small patch of land in front of the temple,
and sowed some wheat and vegetable seeds, but it's been several days now, and nothing has sprouted. Either of us really knows the trick to it. If you're not in a hurry to go down the mountain, miss, would you like to come to the temple for some hot water and a quick rest? Perhaps you could also take a look for us and give us a few pointers. Lead the way.
Miss Sue, about last time.
When we stole your things last time, I must have lost my mind. It's all my fault. I'm completely to blame.
I said I'm sorry, okay? Stop crying! If you keep going, you flood this ruined temple with your tears.
I won't hold you responsible for those fresh bamboo shoots. As for those few shoots, we can convert them to copper coins, and you can just treat it as a debt you owe me. You can pay me back, slowly. So, this is how you plant your fields? Yes, yes. My brother and I just threw things together blindly. The soil you laid is way too thin. It won't hold any moisture at all. And the seeds are buried way too deep. Even if they sprout, they'll never push through this heavy soil. Look closely. These are the good seeds. Now spread out all the seeds. Following this standard, kick out all the shriveled, blackened, and worm-eaten ones for me. Sister Sue, next time I'll make sure to clean the seeds perfectly. Go on home now, and remember to water them on time.
笑笑，什么摆大趴的？
I just went to the river to wash clothes, and those old gossips were bad-mouthing our family, saying we're up to no good. They said a little slip of a girl like you. How could you have so much money to buy chicks and fine cotton cloth in town?
They're saying you must have been doing some dirty, shameful business in town.
And then disgraced our village.
And the worst part is,
They're claiming the 10 new chicks we bought were stolen from eldest aunt's backyard. Stolen? That woman, Zhang. Who else could have spread this but eldest aunt?
Ted said eldest aunt was telling everyone yesterday that we've got sticky fingers.
And they should run us out of Pisces village.
Sister.
Go change into some decent clothes. Tomorrow at noon,
We sea Bleckings are going to eldest aunt's house to settle the score once and for all.
Xiaoxiao, why are you carrying a hatchet? Where are you going? To eldest aunt's house? To take back what's ours.
小小，我都没有身边，老杜请你而已我。
Don't worry, big brother. I know what I'm doing.
小雀杜不忘你。
Today, sister is going to show you how we demand our things back. Well, well, what strange wind blew you in today? What brings the third daughter of the Su family to my doorstep? You're holding a knife. What? Are you planning to chop down your own aunt? Oh, auntie. You must be joking.
Uncle, that hoe you're sharpening right now? You borrowed it from my house in July last year, didn't you?
Look, the handle still has a comb carved on it. Carved by my dad's own hands. You've used it so much the blade is completely worn out. So today, I'm taking it back. What do you think you're doing? This is absolute rebellion. How dare you barge into your elder's home and steal from us? You're robbing your own aunt.
Robbing you? No. I'm here today to settle the accounts.
In October last year, you borrowed 2 bushels of coarse grain. 2 weeks later, you took 1.5 bushels of buckwheat flour. Then, in February this year, another bushel of mixed flour, 3 clay pots, 1 old winter coat. And in September, you casually walked off with our only egg-laying hen. You filthy-mouthed little bitch. Those were all debts your father owed your uncle when he was alive. A child must pay their father's debts. What's wrong with me taking some grain? Oh, auntie, since you claim I owe you money, the Great Shai Dynasty Code has strict laws regarding the division of family property. The village chief and the clan elder both have copies of it on file. Little Stone, go right now and fetch the village chief and our clan elder. Grandfather, ask them to bring the family division documents with them. We are going to calculate every single penny right in front of the entire village. If the written agreement says my dad owed my uncle money, then even if I, Xiaoxiao, have to sell everything I own, down to the last pot and pan, I will pay you back. I'll go check it right now. Stop right there. You ungrateful brat. Calculating everything so clearly with your own family? Aren't you afraid of being struck by lightning?
I'm not afraid of being struck by lightning.
What I am afraid of is having no money to treat my oldest brother's broken leg, and my little brother starving to death on his bed. Sis, isn't this the left door of our main hall? Auntie borrowed it last winter, saying it was just for a few days, but she never returned it. It left our main hall freezing and drafty all winter long. Little Stone was freezing so badly, he ran a high fever for 3 whole days. They actually tore down their own family's door just to shield their pigs from the wind. That is just so wicked. You brat, my pigs. Uncle, auntie, our parents are gone. The 4 of us siblings still need to survive. All the grain and chickens you took from us over the years, consider them a down payment from your niece for your coffins. I won't even ask for them back.
These 100 copper coins will be the last holiday money we ever give you to show our respect.
From this day forward, from this day on, all ties between our families are officially severed. Now that we're even, if you ever dare to step into my yard again and take even a single blade of grass,
Don't blame me, Xiaoxiao, for going straight to the county magistrate's office to beat the drum of justice.
I will sue you all for breaking and entering, and make sure you face the death penalty for robbery.
Sister, grab the door panel and the hoe. Let's go home.
Oh, Auntie, I almost forgot to mention that piece of rent-printed oil paper under your porch to keep the dust off your chili peppers.
Isn't that the trash I threw out yesterday after wrapping my meat buns?
If you're so dirt poor that you have to dig through garbage dumps,
I still have some leftover vegetable scraps here.
I'll make sure to save them for you next time.
Miss Sue, Mr. Shen's leg injury hasn't fully healed yet. Why did he come down the mountain? By the way, last time on the mountain, you mentioned that seedling recipe using decayed leaf mold, fine sand, and wood ash.
Xiaoqiang ran back and tried it right away.
But the stickiness and the ratio of the soil just aren't quite right. We remixed it several times, but it just wouldn't work. Xiaoqiang is so anxious she can't even eat.
this is the soil mixture I remixed this morning.
I wonder if you could help take a look at it, Miss Sue.
Mr. Shen, the issues with this soil can't be explained in just a few words.
I'll visit the mountain god temple myself later to check on it.
But since you can read and keep accounts,
Why don't you work for me as my bookkeeper? I'll pay you 10 copper coins a day, and I'll throw in a free lunch. What do you think? 10 copper coins isn't much, but it's a deal. Miss Sue, I've come as agreed. We don't have many items to send to town today.
can use today to practice first.
Just use this to write.
Brushes and ink are too expensive.
I can't afford them right now. Do you recognize medicinal herbs?
I know a few. I know the basic common ones well enough, but I wouldn't dare claim to know the rare or delicate ones.
I recognize Hanlian grass. I know perilla, too. As for Jiko mushrooms, I've only ever eaten dried ones before. I've never seen them so fresh and plump before.
Wait outside for a moment.
I'll be out as soon as I deliver the vegetables.
Manager Liu, I've brought the vegetables.
30 taels of pure silver.
Not a single penny short. Get an account, girl. That recipe of yours for the perilla drink is absolutely brilliant.
Yesterday, I had the kitchen whip up a huge pot to test the waters.
The customers couldn't stop raving about it. We just opened this morning, and several tables of returning customers are already specifically ordering it.
Do you have enough perilla leaves left?
If not, I can have more dried leaves sent over with our next vegetable delivery. I was actually just about to ask you for some. If you have them, bring as many as you can. The restaurant is going through them much faster than I originally estimated. Next time, I'll bring 20 more caddies of dried perilla leaves.
Shen. Mr. Wang?
My surname is Yan. My given name is Jizi. Shisi. I am the accountant for the Su family of Baixi village. I'm afraid you have mistaken me for someone else, Mr. Wang. Accountant. Accountant Yan. Does this young master know my worker? Ah, I was mistaken. I am truly sorry. He just looks so much like an old friend of mine. My mistake. My mistake. What kind of business does your family do? Just some small business. Nothing worth mentioning. What kind of business? The textile trade.
Xiaoxiao, what is this?
Why are you giving me so much silver? It's your private savings. Sister, back when our parents just passed away, you had to pinch every single penny, scrimping and saving to raise me in Xiaoxiao. Now that our family is finally starting to see better days, it's your turn to save up some private money and buy yourself a couple of silk flowers to wear. Miss Sue, I'm afraid this pond hasn't had any living things in it for years. It's been 3 years. The village head said the last batch of wild fish dried up and died the year before last. But there's still active water beneath.
Accountant Shen, help me keep book.
Budget the manual labor for repairing the irrigation ditch based on 10 adult male workers. Clearing the silt at the bottom of the pond will also require labor. We also need to go to town to buy quicklime. The pond bed is full of bacteria and pest eggs, so we must scatter it. Once the quicklime is scattered, it will disinfect the pond and kill the pests. Then, let's release 300 grass carp and common carp fry first to test the waters. Calculate the total amount of silver we'll need. Miss Sue, this pond is communal village land. If you want to spend a fortune repairing the ditch and clearing the silt, how should we calculate these expenses and the future profits? That's why we need to lease the pond first, with the contract signed in black and white. Come on, let's go to the village chief's house. The Su family's third daughter and Uncle He. The East Pond has been abandoned for several years now. It's completely overgrown with weeds, and crawling with pests. I want to lease it and clear it out.
Maybe even try raising some fish.
Who says the East Pond is abandoned and unwanted? My foo fit his eyes on that pond days ago. He's already scraping together the money to raise fish there.
Why should a little brat like you get first dibs in Bicey Village's public pond?
Am I right? You foo, yes. He does want to use it. But that pond has been abandoned for 3 years and no one ever spoke up. Since both of your families want it today, we'll just go by the village's old rules. The picksticks.
What rules? We bid for the lease.
Whoever offers the highest rent gets the East Pond. The lease will be for 3 years, with rent paid annually.
I bid 300 wen. 500 wen. 600 wen.
800 wen.
My auntie, you certainly are generous.
But paying 800 wen for a stagnant abandoned pond that hasn't been dredged in 3 years,
I'm afraid you haven't done the math on the actual costs yet.
wages for 30 strong men just to clear the silt, at the very least. Plus, the cost of clearing the water channels and repairing the collapsed banks.
Before you even release a single fish fry into the water, you'll have to dump at least 6 taels of silver into that stinky puddle in the first year alone.
6 tiles it is.
Our Zhang family can easily afford it. Field, we don't need a little brat like you worrying about us. Fine.
801 a year.
The East Pond is leased to Jianggo.
All right.
Uncle He, let's seal the deal by the rules.
But Uncle Zhang, now that you've taken the pond, you'll still have to dig out all that smelly silt.
If you think the silt is too smelly and have nowhere to dump it,
I'll take it. Just dump it all at the edge of my family's fields. I happen to be short on fertilizer. Anyway, Uncle Chang, the worst thing about fish farming is pretending to know what you're doing and ruining the water. If there comes a day when you can't afford the losses anymore,
You can come find me anytime.
Miss Su had raised the price on purpose to bait the Zhang family into her trap. They didn't know how to clear the pets, and they definitely wouldn't want to spend 3 taels of silver just to clear the silt in less than half a month.
Every single fish fry he just released will be wiped out. Why should I even bother competing with him? Once he messes up, this pond will become a hot potato no one wants to touch.
Haha. Kunkachong, do you really think you can keep running this pond?
Can you honestly keep this up? I don't have time to waste. You owe Li Zhou 800 wen for the rent and the fish fry. Plus, you borrowed money from your relatives. Your cousin just ran off. How exactly do you plan to pay off this absolute mess of a debt?
This pond is literally filled with dead fish and stinky sludge.
Then it's not worth 800 wen. I'll go renegotiate the price with Li Jing myself. We'll land this barren pond at the rock bottom price of 300 wen. As for the remaining 500 wen, you owe him. I'll act as your guarantor and help you pay it back in installments. But in exchange, you have to work for me. Clearing out the silt is the dirtiest, smelliest, hardest labor there is. The pay is 20 in a day. I'll also provide 1 meal of coarse flour flatbreads every day. I'll deduct half of your wages directly to pay off your debt to Li Zheng.
The other half will go to you, so you can feed your family.
Do we have a deal? Yes, I'll do it. I'll shovel the mud for you. Accountant Shen, draw up a contract for him. Make sure the debt and the wage deduction rules are clearly written down. Build the chicken coops above and raise the fish below. The chicken droppings fall into the water, breeding insects and algae. Insects and algae become natural feed for the fish and shrimp. The fish waste settles at the bottom, turning into fertile mud, and that nutrient-rich pond mud is brought ashore to fertilize the vegetable fields. It's a continuous cycle, endless and self-sustaining. This is a brilliant system that works in perfect harmony with nature. Sis, when are we releasing the fish fry? We need to treat the water for 3 days first. Treat the water? Why?
There are tiny, invisible microorganisms living in the water.
If there are plenty of good microorganisms, the fish will have plenty of natural food. But if the bad ones take over, the fish will all end up dead, floating belly up. Money really flies, doesn't it? We'll have to watch every single penny from now on. You're up early, Miss Sue. The workers have all been paid in full, and the bamboo for Carpenter's son to build the fence around the pond has also been secured. The fish fry will go into the water tomorrow. We need to hurry up and build those chicken coops too. The chicks are growing so fast, the coop can't hold them anymore.
Also, young Master Shen, sorry to bother you, but please note this down.
We need to build another windproof thatched shelter on the pond bank. We need to buy some hemp rope, tarpaulins, and wooden clubs for self-defense.
They're for the night watch. The fish fry were just put into the pond, and there will always be jealous, malicious creeps who want to sneak in at night and mess things up. Especially the staff whose source of easy money we just cut off.
The Kansen, why are you out here feeding mosquitoes in the middle of the night instead of going back to the mountain god temple?
Miss Sue, are you heading out? Today, 300 fish fry were released into the water in 3 batches. They have all been recorded in the ledger. As the accountant, since this is our cooperative's very first business, it is only natural that I guard it well for you. I'll take the first watch. You can take the second half. Sound good, miss? All right.
I'll go back and catch some sleep first. I'll come relieve you at 2 a.m. There's some movement over at Crooked Neck old Uncle Yao's place. They're scattering coarse salt over a massive area. They want to dehydrate the fish fry and kill them all. The texture and dye are exactly the same as the patch on that torn shoe. Since they couldn't ruin our fish pond, they must have targeted the dozen fat chicks we have at home. Xiao, should we report them to the authorities? No, wait. We didn't catch them in the act? Even if we do, they won't admit it. Tomorrow, I'll go to Carpenter's Sons to get a hidden lock made. We'll set a trap they can't escape from. Don't you dare run! Why are you in such a hurry to leave in the middle of the night? Put your hands down. Let me see which deity this is. Still refusing to show your face, are you? Brother, call the authorities. Tell them we caught a burglar who broke into our house. According to the laws of the Great Xiao dynasty, we break their legs first, then drag them to the county magistrate.
Wait. Xiaoxiao, it's me, your uncle.
It's your uncle. It's me.
So, Uncle, instead of sleeping in your own fancy, spacious brick house, you're climbing over our broken courtyard wall in the middle of the night?
What?
Did you want to feed the chickens for me?
I couldn't sleep tonight.
And as I was walking by, I heard your chickens squawking. I was worried a weasel got in, so I came over to check on them for you.
To check on them for us? Really, Uncle?
Since you claim you're here to catch weasels.
Then was that weasel who broke the pond bank and dumped coarse salt to poison the fish in the East Pond in the middle of the night a few days ago. Actually you, Uncle?
I kept a shoe you left behind completely untouched.
Why don't you take off the shoes you're wearing today and let us compare them? Look at you, stealing our fish pond and still having the nerve to make money off it to buy meat every day.
It was all him. He's the one who forced me to poison the fish and steal chickens.
You say you didn't want to. Not only did you steal our family's big house and fertile land, now you even would have smashed the rice bowls of my siblings and me.
Are you even human? I was wrong. I was really wrong.
Please, don't hand me over to the authorities. Otherwise, I'll be completely ruined.
Spare you. Sure.
Bring the land deeds for those 2 acres of prairie paddy field you stole from my father when we split the family estate, and deliver them to me first thing tomorrow morning.
小，用口爆的对方。
The official red-stamped deeds for those 2 acres of paddy field from when the family split are all in here.
What you said last night, it still stands, right?
Please, you must not report me to the magistrate. Auntie, I suggest you don't do anything foolish. That torn shoe patched with red and blue twine is sitting right on the table inside.
If you can't bear to part with these land deeds,
I can take that shoe to the county court and beat the drum for justice right now. Breaking and entering, plus sabotaging a public fish pond, that is more than enough to keep Uncle rotting in prison for the rest of his life.
Accountant Yan, sorry for the trouble. Go on back, while the villagers are still asleep.
Village chief? Uncle finally found his conscience.
And seeing how hard my siblings and I have it, decided to return those 2 acres of paddy field that belonged to my father.
I'll have to trouble you to act as our witness today, and head to town to transfer the land under my older brother's name.
Clever girl. You've got quite the tricks up your sleeve.
Leave this to Uncle He. No one will be able to steal those 2 acres from you again.
Tianu sent this over.
She said it's to thank you for checking on her yellowing vegetable seedlings yesterday. Chief, he just sent someone with the land deeds. The 2 acres of paddy field have been officially transferred.
Mr. Shen, do you know how to read faces? I know a little. And how much longer do you think peace will last here in Baisi Village? That depends entirely on how big your appetite is, Miss Su. If you only seek to feed and clothe yourself, these 2 acres of paddy field in this fish pond are enough to keep you safe and peaceful in Baisi Village for a lifetime.
But if you want to expand your business to the town, or even to the county capital,
then your rivals won't just be those jealous village women under the old scholar tree.
And they certainly won't be fools like the Zhang family.
If it ever comes to that,
there will definitely be tigers blocking our path and wolves circling us.
Miss Su, are you scared?
Let's focus on raising the fish first, and getting this soil well cultivated.
If a tiger comes, we'll fight it.
If wolves show up, we'll skin them alive.
After all, this world is ultimately fed by the people who work the land.
Sis, are you ready yet?
I've been waiting for almost 10 minutes.
What's the rush, little brother?
Little Stone, let's harvest this half-acre first today. We'll leave the other half-acre for tomorrow. Tomorrow, the uncles from the cooperative will come to help. It's the perfect chance to open everyone's eyes and let them see the actual harvest of our rice-fish symbiotic farming. My brother said you definitely refused to go back inside for lunch while harvesting today, so he had me buy some at the village entrance and bring it over.
Wow, did you two really harvest this much in just one morning?
It's not even half an acre yet. Sis, Little Stone, come on up and take a break. I checked the water temperature at the East Pond this morning. It dropped by half a degree compared to yesterday, but the fish are still active when feeding.
Their weight gain data has already been recorded. Shopkeeper Lou sent someone early this morning to ask when the first batch of paddy field fish will be delivered.
He said their signature autumn and winter menu has already been finalized, featuring our paddy field fish prepared 3 ways. They're just waiting for a live fish to hit the pan. Let's wait another half a month. Right now, the fish aren't at their plumpest yet. Once we harvest all the rice in the fields and let the fish feed in the fields for another half a month, with all the fallen grains and bugs, they'll have another major growth spurt. By the way, what's your estimate for this acre's yield? You'll find out tomorrow once we thrash the grain. I promise it's going to shock everyone in Bikesea Village. Oh my goodness! These fish are incredibly plump. And look at this rice. Look at these ears. There must be at least 200 grains on each. And every single grain is so plump and full. That's the beauty of rice-fish co-culture. They benefit each other. The fish eat the pests and weeds to protect the rice. And as they swim around the bottom, they help loosen the soil to let it breathe. Most importantly, the fish droppings make for the ultimate natural fertilizer that directly nourishes the rice plants, so they naturally grow much stronger. This is an unheard of, miraculous farming method. Where on earth did a young girl like you learn this? When I went to town with my father in the past, I happened to spot it in a tattered old farming book. I just played around with the idea and decided to give it a try. Uncle He, it's getting late. Let's get the sickles moving. Yesterday's half-acre, plus today's half-acre, making 1 acre of paddy field in total, yielding a grand total of 580 caddies of threshed dry rice. Wow! The carp is 1 foot 2 inches long and weighs 2 caddies and 7 tails. A total of 120 caddies of fish harvested from 1 acre of paddy field. Third girl, this miraculous method of raising fish in the rice paddies. No matter what, you must lead our entire village to do this together. Uncle V, it's no problem for me to lead everyone. But I must lay down the hard truth. First, I have one condition that must be agreed to. Speak up! As long as we can get a harvest like this, the village will agree to any condition. Any household participating in this rice-fish farming must unconditionally obey unified management. When to till, irrigate, plant, or change the water. You must follow my instructions to the letter. Anyone who doesn't want to follow the rules can back out right now. I won't force anyone. Did you all hear that? This is a skill that can feed our families and give us a prosperous year. Who among you is willing to follow the Sioux family girl? Count me in! For those few acres of my poor land, starting next year, Old Man's son will follow this little girl all the way. You can't drink anymore. If you drink anymore, your stomach is going to burst. Even if it bursts, I'm still having another half bowl. Brother Yan, which fish was the biggest one you measured at 1 foot 2 inches in the field today? I want to eat that one. It should be the one on the plate on the right. I measured it myself back then. That fish had 3 scales on its back that were exceptionally shiny. Wow. Then the one on eating is the biggest one. But in the dead of winter, the fields will all freeze over. What's the point of putting up this crappy oilcloth shack? To grow vegetables. A little girl trying to grow leafy greens when the mountains are buried under heavy snow? That is an absolute pipe dream. The rules are set. You must follow the chain of command. Anyone who doesn't want to do it can leave right now. That's outside your village has a miracle worker pulling off some new tricks. I came here myself to see if I could find some auspicious miracle to submit as an imperial tribute. But what's with these crappy cloth shacks? Chiefy, so this is your village's capable boss, Sue? Building a crappy cloth shack in the fields in this freezing, icy weather.
Don't tell me you're burning incense and praying to Buddha inside.
Begging the heavens to conjure a food out of thin air? My lord, if you want to pray to Buddha, you should go to a temple.
My greenhouse doesn't rely on gods or Buddhas.
It only grows gold and silver. You impudent peasant, how dare you speak so arrogantly before his lordship in this freezing, icy weather?
What kind of gold and silver could you possibly grow?
My lord, the wind is harsh outside. Please, step inside the greenhouse and take a look. How is this even possible? It's so sweet and crisp. It's absolutely delicious. This is nothing short of a divine miracle.
Miss Su, send this to the prefecture city immediately.
An auspicious miracle of such divine creation will definitely be selected as this year's imperial tribute.
Boss Su, I'll pay double the price.
I want all of it.
My lords, esteemed merchants,
Our winter vegetables are limited in quantity.
if you want to place an order, please line up and bid according to the rules.
The starting price is 10 tiles of silver per basket.
10 taels of silver per basket?
Basie Village's fortunes have completely flipped once again.
Ah.
Stop counting today's loose change. Let's look at next year's profits instead.
What are your plans, boss?
A mere 300 toils is just pocket change.
These greenhouses are just our stepping stones.
Once we secure the title of imperial tribute,
By next spring,
our orders will come flying in like snowflakes.
next year, I'm going to make every village within 50 miles plant our seedlings. I'll have restaurants from the entire county, weakening the capital, lining up at Bixie Village to buy our stock.
This is a massive game we're playing, Accountant Yan. Do you dare to manage these books?
What is there to fear? If the boss sets her sights on the capital, and this brush of mine will surely calculate every ounce of silver in the land for you. Our village has been designated as the county's only winter vegetable and tribute fish demonstration village. Since we're all neighbors here, shouldn't you share those greenhouse blueprints with Kingsbury Village?
So, Village Chief Lee wants our greenhouse blueprints?
Naturally, so the entire county can get rich together.
Our Kingshui village will provide the labor and land.
And you provide the blueprints. When spring comes and we sell the harvest, I'll make the call to give you a 10% share of the profits. This is a massive favor I'm showing you.
Old Man Lee, don't push us too far.
Those greenhouses were built with Girl Sue's hard-earned, cold hard cash.
Sister, don't worry. You want the greenhouse blueprints? No problem.
Accountant Yan, make a copy of our greenhouse structural blueprints.
And give them to Village Chief Lee right now.
But little Sue, that's our lifeblood.
Now that's what I call sensible, Boss Sue. Smart move. Oh, little Sue, you're so foolish. Giving them the blueprints. Do they really think they can grow anything just because they have the blueprints?
In the freezing depths of winter, where dripping water turns to ice, ordinary seeds will only rot in the dirt if you plant them.
Without the nutrient-rich soil I formulated, and without the cold-resistant seedlings I sprouted, even if they build their greenhouses all the way to the sky, they won't even be able to grow a single blade of grass.
Within 2 weeks, not only will they fail to grow any vegetables,
But they'll also go completely bankrupt.
That's when we'll reel in our net.
what?
Tear down all their greenhouses.
Make them pay us back.
Old Dog Eiley, if you dare touch a single bamboo pole of our Bakesty Village greenhouses,
I will risk my old life today to make sure none of you Qsui Village people leave this place alive. Old Man you and G2 did nothing but scam us out of our money.
If you don't cough up 50 taels of silver today, this isn't over. Smash it all.
Go ahead, smash my greenhouses.
this is the official plaque that the county magistrate herself delivered 3 days ago.
These greenhouses are growing imperial winter vegetables, meant as tribute for the nobles in the prefectural city and the capital come spring. You brought 70 or 80 people to directly storm the royal tribute farmland. What do you think you're doing? Are you trying to start a rebellion? That's absolute nonsense. You're the one who scammed us with those fake blueprints. Whether the blueprints are real or fake, you can easily find out by comparing them with the carpenter. Anyone can set up a greenhouse framework. But when it comes to growing and harvesting fresh vegetables in this freezing winter, I, Xiaoxiao, am the only one in the entire county who can do it. Ignoring basic farming common sense,
You blindly sowed the seeds, ruined your tarps, and lost all your money. And now you want to extort me? Accountant Yan, according to the laws of the Great Sile, what is the penalty for gathering an armed mob to storm tribute fields?
What is their crime? According to the Great Shath Code, Volume 7, those who gather a mob to storm and destroy tribute goods,
The ringleaders shall be summarily beheaded, and their accomplices shall be exiled 3,000 miles. No mercy shall be shown. It's a mistake. It's all a misunderstanding.
It was village head Lee. He said the Sioux family was scamming us out of our money, so we followed him.
We would never dare to rebel. Bossa, I was completely blinded by greed. You are a noble soul. Please show us mercy.
please don't report us to the authorities.
Our King Shui village is truly on the verge of starvation.
We've sunk dozens of tiles of silver into this.
I won't report you to the authorities.
In fact, I can even give your King Shui village a way to survive.
Boss Su,
Please, name your terms, as long as it helps everyone get through this winter.
we'll work like beasts of burden for you. Accountant Yan.
Here are the rules for the Baxi Cooperative.
First, if King Shui village wants to grow winter vegetables,
You must purchase all cold-resistant seedlings and nutrient soil exclusively from me.
The formula will never be shared.
Second, all produce grown must meet the standards of the Baxi Cooperative and be sold exclusively to the prefectural city and the capital at a unified price.
The cooperator will take 30% as a channel commission.
Third, if anyone in Kyushui village dares to sell even a single leaf to outsiders, or secretly keep seedlings to breed them, it will be deemed a breach of contract.
The penalty for breach of contract is 1,000 tiles of silver, and I will report this to the authorities immediately to lock you up for damaging the tribute goods.
I will sign. Pleasure doing business with you.
Now, go back and repair your sheds.
Send someone tomorrow to pick up the first batch of seedlings.
as long as you follow my rules.
I guarantee that every single household in King Shui village will have meat on their table this winter. Boss, your chain of schemes is even more ruthless than actual military strategy.
You have my utmost respect.
This is what we call a core technological barrier.
In the face of absolute strength and established rules,
All jealousy and violence.
will ultimately have to fall in line and work for me. Who is Boss Su here?
I am. What do you want?
I am the head manager of the prefectural city's Jubao House, Jimbai.
Thing, your little games are officially over.
Starting today, Jabba House is taking over every single winter vegetable and tribute fish produced by Baisi Village and the surrounding 18 villages.
Head Manager Jin.
You certainly talk big. You want to buy it all?
Name your price.
50% of the market price.
And you must also hand over the formula for your cold-resistant seedlings to Jubao House. Completely free of charge.
50%. And we have to hand over the formula? This is highway robbery.
Our crops were personally selected by the county magistrate as candidates for the imperial tribute.
Tribute.
Do you honestly think the county magistrate has enough power to protect a bunch of filthy dirt farmers like you?
Open your pathetic eyes and look closely at whose seal is stamped on this document.
That is the private seal of the provincial governor's office.
Jabal House is backed by the provincial governor himself. At least you have some brains. I can see you are a smart man. An ordinary man carries no guilt,
But possessing a treasure makes him a target.
a bunch of starving dirt farmers like you, clutching a mountain of gold in your hands, is practically begging for death. If you obediently sign this buyout contract today and hand over the formula, I might just be generous enough to leave you some scraps to live on. But if you refuse to sign? Go ahead and try. I promise you, starting tomorrow, not a single leaf of vegetable from Baisi Village will make it into the city. Your delivery carriages might just accidentally run into bandits on the road. Your greenhouses will mysteriously catch fire. And you, our gorgeous little boss, falling into an icy hole in the middle of the night and drowning is a very common accident. Men, tie him up. Force his thumbprint onto the contract.
I don't care if you have the governor or God himself backing you. Boss Su's greenhouses are the only thing keeping thousands of us across over a dozen villages alive this winter.
If you dare touch a single hair on Boss Su's head today,
Or dare touch any of our brothers who built these greenhouses.
someone is trying to take away our livelihood.
They want to take the food right out of our mouths.
Will we stand for this?
No.
Manager Jin, you just said that an innocent man gets into trouble because of his wealth.
You said a peasant holding onto a gold mine is asking for death.
Then open your filthy eyes today and see exactly who this world belongs to.
And see who is actually putting food on the table.
I don't have some governor or high-ranking official backing me, but behind me are thousands of peasants within 50 miles who rely on my technology to put food on their tables.
You want to cut off my trade routes?
Fine. Go ahead and ask these thousands of scythists and hoes if they'll let you.
Go tell the governor.
I wouldn't hand over the formula, even if I died.
And we won't hand over a single vegetable. Not for any price.
If he wants to play dirty.
I, Xiaoxiao, swear that by next spring,
Not a single grain of rice or leaf of vegetable will leave Baxi village for the provincial capital.
Sue, my girl, we have completely offended the governor today.
He is the highest authority in the province.
Is it really wise to go head-to-head like this? Uncle He, no matter how powerful the governor is, can he possibly be more powerful than the emperor himself? Since someone in the provincial capital doesn't want us to live,
Then we might as well tear the sky wide open.
Accountant Yan, prepare the carriage.
bring our finest winter vegetables and rice flour fish. I'm going to the prefectural city myself.
Beat the imperial appeal drum.
And present our tributes directly to the emperor.